Oh my gosh, give it up for your host. Oh my gosh. You're fucking funny. That's so nice to have a host actually like warm up the room. I've gone to comedy shows and I'm the first comic or something and the host goes up, bombs one joke and is like, all right, here's your first fucking comic. Okay. So, I'm so happy to be here. Hola, mi gente. What's up? Chatterbox, dude? This is fucking sick. I'm so happy to be here. So what can I tell you about myself? My name's Thompson. I was born and raised in Lincoln, Nebraska. Can you tell by this grade A? Beef. Yeah, I lived there, was corn-fed, and then halfway through my life, moved to Vermont, became grass-fed. Have we been to Vermont? This whole third of the room, I flew in from Vermont. Because I'm rich. But it sounded like somebody made some noise up here. Has somebody been to Vermont in this year? No? Okay. It's a cool place. Ben and Jerry's, you heard of it? Yeah. Maybe the only BJ I'll take 2 in one night. I'm feeling adventurous. Yeah, I became grass-fed when I moved to Vermont. Learned about like health and all that cool stuff. And I think Julia has like a astrology podcast. And so yeah, we got some astrology hoes out here. Yeah. Okay, so I recently turned 32. I am a Virgo. I know. But fun fact is that I have the same top 3 astrological signs as Bernie Sanders. Do we fuck with Bernie Sanders in this house? Hell yeah, we believe in human rights. I love to hear it. In Seattle, some people are like, no. Yeah, they're full of liberals there. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, some people will say like, oh Liz, you have the same top 3 as Bernie Sanders. I hear it all the time, Virgo sun, Aries moon, Scorpio rising. So Liz, what Christ-like things are you doing, like Bernie Sanders? And I feel like that's so unfair, like, yeah, I'm a good person and all, I give head, I give, But I think, like, why isn't anybody asking him? Bernie Sanders, what big titty goth girlfriend thing are you doing? Like, so I ask you to please email him immediately. Yeah, maybe he gives head too. He definitely gives it. Bernie Sanders gives head. Are you see that hair? That's because of after. Anyway. Gently tousled after amazing. Anyway. Bernie Sanders. Yeah, so I was raised Catholic. Anybody else in here? I can identify with cursing at my mom, 100%. Yeah, I've said some really nasty things to her. She kind of sucks, but I love her, but she sucks. We can all admit it kind of sucks sometimes. Yeah, I remember one time I yelled at my mom, "Get fucked." So I think that the possession movies are true. I was possessed by being 15. I don't know. That's why I moved to Vermont, actually. but yeah, so Catholic. Yeah, like sometimes people like say like "Daddy" in the bedroom. Me? No. I say, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." And that's how I come. So yeah, so my name's Liz Thompson. Let's see. So I recently turned 32. I've been having some serious thoughts. 32. I'm fully in my 30s. Like maybe I should get a career. A job, even. Maybe. Maybe I should go to the gym more than ever. Maybe my soulmate is dead. Maybe I shouldn't have bought a dildo that big. What was I thinking? I was 23 when I bought it. I'm 32 now. If I do the math, forgive me, I was a theater major. If I do the math correctly, I think that's like 9 years, right? 9 years old dildo. We're strictly platonic at this point. It's kind of like when you're like really hungry and you're like, I could eat the whole thing. And you're like, I think I just needed an appetizer. Did I really think I could take that all the time? That was when I was 23 and still believed in myself. We're strictly platonic at this point. Just tuck him into bed next to me. Take our CBD, me orally, and for him it's like lube. And you just read and fall asleep together. It's the best sleep I've ever had. Healthiest relationship I've ever had. So I found out that I've diagnosed myself as dyslexic as I've gotten older. I mean, my math teacher did tell me in front of the entire class in high school that he thought I was dyslexic, but you know, when I was signing up for the co-op and I put my phone number in wrong, I was like, I think I am. Yeah. So I have to put it in wrong every time. But anyway. So I'm dyslexic, which makes it hard with like a lot of acronym words, you know. Like my form of birth control is a IUD. I do have an IUD. I'm not really currently using it. It's just there. It's doing the T-pose. It's like, what? Why am I here? You know? So yeah, I haven't had sex in the last year and a half. Tonight, maybe. Tonight, maybe. If you're into Bernie Sanders. But so I like to think that my IUD, she's just kind of like in the movie Alien, you know, she's just kind of like the Sigourney Weaver Ripley, just like waiting in a cryogenic state. Just waiting. And so I have an IUD, and I've had, you know, women, we talk amongst each other, like, what do you have? What works for you? You know, and so sometimes I've said UTI. I have an UTI. Oh, that sounds painful. I'm like, doesn't that yeah, I just got one every day. UTI for years. For 7 years, actually. It's going on. And then one time I accidentally said IED. IED? Yeah. You know, you never know when I'm going to blow. I'm about to combust. Naughty lady. Yeah, so yeah, I've taken this weird like celibacy break. You know, this isn't the first time my pussy has died. It's been about 1.5 years since I've had sex, and I think my pussy died. I think my ex chloroformed it when I wasn't looking. He just it was pretty dead. It's coming back to life, you know, like a injured bird on the side of the interstate. There's moments, you know, when I hear Bernie Sanders. Anyway. I'll stop. I have Vermont friends in the crowd. I know I could just. But yeah, so I had this like lost libido thing, you know, and you know, sometimes I'm like, is it true if you don't use it, you lose it? So sometimes like I'll just be there with my vibrator directly on the clitoris, and then it's just like I'm just spacing out, which is also dissociating. And then my clit is just numb, and I'm like, now my clit is as numb as my will to live. You know? But as Nietzsche once said, when you come during the abyss looks at you, you're not coming. I don't read, okay? I don't read. All right. So basically, the beginning of the loss of my libido most recently, was that I went through this breakup 1.5 years. I'm over it. I'm over it. Clearly, why would I be talking about it? So I went through this breakup. I was dating a Nepo baby, and you know, I knew when you just know when it's not going to work out, you know, like he's a trust fund kid and I'm cool. And so we go through this breakup, and I do my due diligence, you know, like a month after we break up or so, I'm like, I'm just going to go to Planned Parenthood for fun. I mean, I go there every day, but this one particular day, they were like, you want a pap smear? And I was like, yeah, you know. So I get tested, do this pap smear, and know it's going to be an easy A, and I get a call back like a week later, and they're like, Liz, your test results came back, and your pap smear came back abnormal. I was like, yeah, my pussy is not basic. She is an empath. An influencer, if you will. And they were like, you have HPV. And I was like, no, I have a mullet, I'm cool, you know. No. I even cut the pussy into the mullet, you know, just short in the mons, long in the pons. And the lady's like, why are you telling me this? I work at Planned Parenthood. I was like, thank you for your service. And so I have HPV. Well, I had HPV, actually beat it. Thank you. But I had HPV, and if you don't know what that stands for, it stands for Hubus Pubis Vagubus. And I'm trying to take it seriously, clearly. And so I was just like, oh my god, this is the first time I've ever had like an STD in my life. Spicy tiny dancer. That's what they call it. Not politically correct anymore. The term is STI now, which I like to think stands for sexual trauma, isn't it? I got this STI, this HPV up in me gosh, and I was being a bit of a muppet, fucking around with a cheeky monkey, and I got this HPV in my gosh. It's a bit sad, isn't it? It's a bit sad. I got this soggy bottom. Dick came in my pussy. I was like, oi! Anyway, so my therapist was like, I see you're still using your theater degree, Liz. I was like, yes, theater degree is truly priceless. And so I had to get into therapy to deal with the trauma of this, I was going through a lot, nobody wanted to fuck me. If you want to experience ego death without drugs, get the cancer-giving kind of HPV, because even polyamorous people won't fuck you. You know how sad that is? Polyamorous people won't want to fuck you. They're just like, actually, I love my partner a lot. Yeah, actually, I do believe in hierarchy. But so that was fun trying to fuck polyamorous people in Seattle. Anyway, so I got the HPV, and I'm just like, guys, like, this is really stressful. I go to my friends because you need more than just a therapist to help you out with this. So I go to my friends, and I'm like, guys, I have HPV. And they were like, we have HPV. Okay, I'm gonna go elicit sympathy from somebody else. And I go to another friend and I'm like, hey, I have HPV. And she's like, we have herpes. And I was like, okay. So I guess it's like the rite of passage. You turn 30 and you get an STI. And it's just like, if you don't have one, you're kind of like shitty, So if you want one, or if somebody wants to give me HPV again, we can like fuck outside the Chatterbox tonight. But anyway, my name's Thompson, and thank you so much. Give it up for your mom.